Can I sit in this chair with you? No. Are you sure? That would be really awesome if we could. Yes. Why has everyone got the camera on?
Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Okay, so why don't you stand right here? And Rosina's going to talk to you. Okay.
Hi, Lynn. Good evening, and I can tell that you're really shocked by what's taking place here. But this evening is a celebration of you and the impact that you've made on not only your children, but clearly a number of people in your life. And the reason we're gathered here this evening is to honor you and the dedication of this orchestra room, which will now be known as the C. Lynn Fife Orchestra Room. So Lynn, there are a number of people who are going to congratulate you, and we have a wonderful evening ahead of us. But I wanted you to know that it's been an honor to work with Carolyn and get to know your wife Janelle and your other children in the last day or so, actually. But this room was made possible by a generous gift on behalf of your children by your son, John Fife. So thank you very much. means an awful lot to us. The 20 years that your family has been a part of the VYOA, not only from when you were students, but now how it's continued with Carolyn, her life, her students, and her musical family. So before we move forward, I'd like to say congratulations again, but I'd like to invite our music director, Jeffrey DeMoto, to come up. He'd like to say just a few words as well.
And thank you to the whole family for this amazing event. This room really is kind of where the heart of the organization lies. This is where some of our best work takes place. Our students love being out on the stage because it's wonderful and has a wonderful resident room. But this room is the place where we really are able to get down to business with precision and demand, and to really interact with each other and learn how to play together as an orchestra. It's also very important for our choral programs. They performing here and rehearsing here with the wonderful Truman piano, which is another gift to our organization by one of the families. So it's just means an incredible amount to us as an organization to have the name of a family that's been so integral to the history and success of the organization on this room. So thank you for all your contributions, and thanks to your family for being part of the organization for so many years. So I will turn over the mic to our board chair, Mike Noble, at this point.
Hello, what a great event. I'm Mike Noble, chair of the VYOA board, and on behalf of the board, I also want to thank you, John, for your generosity. It's much appreciated. When I learned of this wonderful idea, I thought it was so fitting because I remember back 17 years ago when Kate started taking lessons with Carolyn. I just ran too quickly here.
He's super important.
Bring eggs.
That's saying it's ready. I pulled them out already.
I should have seen the two of us. We need like a 600 or 30.
Okay, I'm sorry. The Saturday morning group lessons were held in your living room back then. And with all the kids and the parents and the instruments and the cases, it was truly a music room on those occasions. And you've been a supporter of children learning music for a long time. And as parents, Claire and I saw and experienced that support and encouragement as our daughter developed her skills. With this special occasion, I feel things have kind of come full circle. With this orchestra room, a much bigger music room, bearing your name. It's a great idea, and I'm especially pleased that you're being honored in this way. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, everyone, for your kind words, and congratulations, Ben. I won't say much. I have to. My introduction to the VYO and to the violin started in the early 70s when I was about 11 years old, and I was standing on Mrs. Long's porch at her house on Spear Street while my parents were buying apples, and they had an orchard there. And as my dad talked with Mrs. Long about, Carolyn Long about taking lessons, and she was my first teacher, and from that day till even today, my dad's life has been devoted to bringing music to his family, to his children, and to his grandchildren, and to basically everyone that he comes into contact with. And I think that as I think about the contribution, and as I see what Carolyn has done with so many students, it really is an amazing contribution that wouldn't be here, wouldn't be available to all of us were it not for my dad's dedication. So there's people that contribute to music in different ways. You know, there's great composers, there's great performers and technicians, there's great instrument makers, but there's also people that share a deep passion for music in their life. I think Mrs. Long and certainly my dad has reflected his life, and that dedication has touched so many lives. So as I see Itzhak Perlman there with Carolyn and Grace, and I saw that event last week, and see all of you here tonight, it wouldn't have ever been possible were it not for Dad's dedication to that. So I love you, and I'm so grateful for what you've done.
Thank you, Joe.
So I wanted to quit the violin a lot of times. And I always say that to my students. I don't always say it. I should say it actually when they come back in here with their violins. They're going to play for you tonight. And I didn't want this to be like a huge concert, you know, about my kids, because I really want this to be about my father. But I need to tell you all from the depth of my soul that I would not be able to teach any of you, any of your children, if it wasn't for my dad. And so I remember multiple times, Witches Dance, and I'll say this again because I really want them to hear this. I asked my dad if I could quit, you know, and I don't like the violin, and I think, and Mrs. Long even said, you know, I don't know if she's going to make it. I'm not sure she's really cut out to be a violinist. I definitely am not Subin Kim, but I'll tell you that teaching has been such a rewarding job for me, and to have, you know, to be able to pay it forward and to love these kids and to share the love of music with them is it's the greatest job in the world, and I mean that, and I know that you know that I believe that because I say it, but I'm going to tell you again, truly, I have the best job in the world, and I love these guys. So they're going to come in and play, and they're super proud, and they're super excited to show Dad some of the things that they've been working on, and we couldn't talk about it in a group because we've been planning it for a really long time, but they can all come in. So are they ready to form their rows, Chloe? No? They're not ready yet? Like, they can come in if they're ready. So, and I'll say another quote. I remember my dad saying to me, music just feeds my soul. And I think that that's so true. It just, it just to watch him, it feeds his soul. And that's absolutely a great way to describe it. It's just something that I remember we gave him an iPod for Christmas, and we didn't see him for like 2 weeks because he just had these huge, headphones on. And it was like, Dad, and just to be able to, show him some of these pieces that he loves so much, but he didn't have a great way to listen to them, and it means so much to him. So you guys can come in and form your rows. Can I just have, a couple parents come and move some of the stands? I have 2 violinists on crutches. I swear it wasn't me. I don't know how it happened. And we can go all the way even over into this space right now. I think I want Katie actually right here, because she's going to help me out here.
Katie, do you want a chair?
So just one more seat for Katie.
Right. Chloe, do you need a chair too? Sweetie, do you need
Absolutely. And let's keep those stands really low.
And then maybe you guys can share a stand. Right. Do you want to turn?
Thank you.
Do you guys want to turn this way? Okay. So you want to turn the okay. That'd be great. Thank you. How about turn it right here? Find your way.
So that fifth and fourth row is just going to be one big long row. So if you were the 5th row, scooch down in front of the photos. If you were the 4th row, just go right back here. 5th row, scooch down. You got it. Follow Leah, Ellie, Megan. Yep. Hey, you can do it. Let's go. Row 4. And then row 3. Can you go right in front of row 5? Got it. Great. Row 2 right here.
I don't have a book yet.
Kayla's book. If parents have binders they need to put on, they can do that now. You don't need that right now. Yeah, I know.
You're row one. Yes, you're row one. Yeah, it
No binder right now.
Oh, that's
So we don't need stand. We're just gonna do twinkle right now, so don't worry. And then just put your stand really low. Hey Emmy, can you move down closer to my sister? Jennifer, can you move your hand? I just want this row to go down.
Jane and Ed.
So everybody follow Emerson and walk. Mateo, walk. Yep. Yep, Jane. Yep.
Jane and Davis,
Keep
come
walking.
closer to Grandpa.
Keep
There
walking.
we go.
Keep walking. Keep walking. I'm going to try to talk loud because I don't have a microphone, but I just want to tell you really quickly about the program. Stop walking. Walk back to me. Yeah, Katie, come here. Joshua, come here. You got it. Come here. Derek, eyes on me. Come, walk. Davis.
Stand right there.
And
Yeah,
walk.
perfect.
And freeze. Jane, good. Oh. Rest position, toes on the point to the ground. Rest position, toes point to the ground. Okay, so this isn't even everybody, but we do have two grandkids up here. So Davis and Jane, do you want to just raise your bow to say that you, Janie and Davis? Yes. So there are guest artists. So I'm a Suzuki violin teacher, which means basically we don't use music, but I'm teaching them some things for the Christmas concert, so we are going to pull out stands in a little bit. And a lot of them have prepared a piece that my dad used to play on the piano, so we're really excited to show him that. But the first thing we're going to show you is we're just going to play for you Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So the very first thing they learn in the program is basically how to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star 6 different ways. We're just going to show you 3 of those ways. So they all wanted to be a part of this. And so Everybody Down of Twinkle is something that everybody can play. So even though Leah Martin, who just soloed at the Flynn, or we have somebody who's been taking lessons for 3 weeks, we're all coming together and becoming inspired together. So that's one great thing about the program, as these little guys can see how they progress and become big guys and learn from each other. And they all support each other. We have Katie in the front who's been taking, and most of these kids that are in the back, all of those kids, started when they were Peyton's age. So it's a full circle. And I have some alumni parents here, and I miss their kids. And it makes me sad, but, they grow up and Okay, so here we go. And I have to say I love Belinda. She is amazing. But my pianist, who is a part of this studio, couldn't be here tonight. And we are super sad, but super happy to have an amazing pianist. But we are all thinking of Laura Chadwick. Okay, go ahead. Scrolls on Mrs. Becker. Right here. Woo! And we're going to take a quick bow. Ready?
Bravo. Bravo.
So, you get it? That's right. It is. That's where it starts. And if you can support them at this age, and you value what they do, and everybody down up. It doesn't, everything else comes. Okay, so if you don't play Ashbrook, sit.
So can we do it memorized?
Yes.
They don't really have it memorized, but we're going to try, okay? But this is not a Suzuki piece. We're learning this to play this at we have a couple concerts coming up December 7th and 8th, and I gave them this music for note reading. And so this piece is called Ash Grove. It's a great Welsh melody. So they don't really quite have it memorized, but they're just going to go for it because you don't care. They make mistakes. Okay. It's in book 3, so they've probably been playing, if they play this song, Humoresque, if you don't play it, just sit. They've been probably playing for 3+ years at this point. This is a piece written by Dvorak, but the reason why I chose it tonight was because when we were growing up, we were big active members in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormon church, and my dad was a stake president, which meant he had to travel from different churches, wards, they called them, across Vermont, and he would put me in the car, and we would go to some ward, and I would have to perform this song all the time. All the time. And I grew to hate this song. But it was always his go-to. We would always play it, and he would play it on the piano. So this song is Humoresque, and this is a shout-out to my dad. Here we go.
little guys who don't play serenade to go find your mom or dad and keep your violin in rest position, but don't go to sleep because we're gonna try to play Pachelbel Cannon, okay, for Mr. Fife. So go find your mom or dad for just a minute, and if you play serenade, I need violin 1s here. Katie, you're 2, yeah, and violin 2s right there.
Are you going to? Who's over here? Wait, let's do this one.
All 4 of us.
So I was playing my Bach violin, and then the day after I got to my real violin, I broke my arm.
Wait, is that a seat?
So I couldn't play for another 3 weeks. So
Can you bring the face?
This is Caroline's brother, and he doesn't bite, so you guys can move forward.
Not very hard.
What? Serenade. Yes.
What?
All the way down.
Okay, so the story is with this piece is written by Schubert. It's arranged by a violinist, Michael McLean, who's a great arranger. I use him a lot. But really, the piece was a piece I chose because my dad would play it on the piano all the time. Do you know this piece? So when I found the arrangement for 2 violins, I was so excited because I always think of my dad with this piece. This is a great piece, written for 2 violins. So Leah Martin's going to lead, and I'll lead 1. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.